Hey everybody, welcome back. Stephanie from Magnesium Media. I am inside the trunk of a 1955 Chrysler Windsor Deluxe. You can see how big this bad boy is, right? You probably fit a couple of me in there, maybe even a few. Stick those puppies back in. Okay. Anyway, here we are again, 1955 Chrysler Windsor Deluxe. This sucker is huge. You got to see this thing. It has so many really cool features. One thing I'd like to point out, okay, the old Chryslers, you know how everybody's always changing their logo, okay, especially lately, right? Everybody wants to change their logo. Chrysler, for some reason, okay, so look here. You have this, and then you have the Chrysler logo on the key as well. But so if I'm looking at it, how am I going to know what it is by looking at it? What is the actual logo? Do you know? I'm talking to you.
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
What's going on? Yeah, of course. So all these brands change their logo. So the logo on this key, I guarantee you, is a different logo than what you're going to see up here. You obviously, you know, back in the day, Cadillac, you would put the flying lady on there. They put the bird on. Every brand had something. They just kept changing until they realized what their logo was. But over here, the key logo is different than what's actually on the car.
Oh, let me get the key.
Yep. There you go. Anyway, so this is a Chrysler Windsor Deluxe, 1955. All right. V8 with 188 horsepower, rear-wheel drive. Let's pop the hood.
Okay.
You want to pop the hood or you want me to do it?
I'll pop it. You lift it.
No, you don't have to pop it from there. It's popped from here. Hold on.
You think you know everything.
I do. Hold this. Hold on. I'm just going to hold this like this.
Okay.
We just want to show her. Oh, these hoods were so heavy.
Hold on. Where's the latch?
Do it right there. There's
Here,
the
you
latch.
take that. You take that. Is that it?
Push.
I feel it. Am I pushing to the left or the right?
No, push it up.
Push it. Oh, I was pushing the wrong thing.
There you go. Push. There,
Oh my God.
there you go.
I think I popped a muscle.
8-cylinder, 188 horsepower. Now, a lot of you are probably saying, that's not a lot of power. But
In 1955.
1955.
Yeah.
I mean, remember, think about it. There was a time period when you had these big land yachts that only had 85 horsepower. So this was a decent riding car, had a long wheelbase. Let's go through his side. Let me show him. Why don't you show him? Big fat white walls.
Okay, yeah, look, I love white walls, by the way. Don't you? I just love them. They look so beautiful. Beautiful white walls.
Big fat white walls with a red trim.
Yep.
Chrome all around. Yeah. Go ahead. Keep going. Show.
Can I show you something really cool?
Yeah.
Okay, I love this. Look at the handle. Nothing is sticking out, right? Watch.
It's like all these car companies that came out with door handles that pop out today, like the Tesla and all that stuff. Yeah, Chrysler beat you.
Look, you have to move this out of the way to put the key in.
Yeah, it was neat. And
No remote.
Now, look, let's take a look at this. Look, the rounded glass.
Oh, yeah, the rounded glass. I love the rounded glass.
So
it gives you much more visibility.
Yeah, plus it's a wraparound, but which is cool for like 1955.
Why are we talking about wraparounds? This is YouTube.
What?
This is YouTube. You have to be good. Stop talking about wraparounds.
What's a wraparound? Okay.
Can we get back to the car, please?
You know what? This is 10 o'clock in the morning and your mind's in the gutter. I was talking about
You're the one talking about wraparounds.
I'm talking about windshields, okay? And yeah, I was talking about glass. I don't know what you are. Guys, I have to live with this. And her mind is constantly in the gutter.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, oh, look, too.
Little tiny fins.
I love that. That's a pretty big fin, if you ask me.
Compared to General Motors, it was a tiny fin.
Yeah, but I like it.
Okay, so...
We already saw the trunk.
Yeah,
I came out of the trunk.
So we could fit like 5 Stephanies in there.
Yeah, that's good for bodies.
I don't know if the world could handle 5 Stephanies. I mean, that's... But let's talk about the car. Look at this gorgeous long headlights. I mean, tail lights. Sorry about that. And then reverse lights.
Reverse lights. Look at the big bumper.
Yeah, decent sized chrome. Lots of chrome. Nice.
You know, the funny thing is, right nowadays, you see people in these little cars having problems driving. They can't parallel park. They can't park into a parking spot.
But a 60-year-old woman drove this one.
The worst is pulling out of a parking spot, and they have to like W their way out of a parking spot. But yeah, you're right. Little old ladies used to drive this like no problem.
Oh, here's the best one. The little old lady used to drive this thing in the snow and rain.
Oh yeah.
No traction control. Yep. None of the features. No all-wheel drive. Yep. No backup camera.
Exactly.
No parking sensors. Could you imagine if you told this generation to park this car into a parking spot?
No, they'd probably require you to get your CDL to drive this.
All right, why don't we show them the inside?
All right, first, let's do the back seat first because we're here, okay?
Of course, you always have to go to the back seat.
Well, look, I think this is really cool. First of all, it's very roomy, and I pointed this out on another couple cars as well, but I love this. So, roll down windows, but look, you have a separate little window here that you can pop and open up and just tilt. So if you just want a little bit of fresh air, right? Or back in the day when everybody smoked, right? They used to crack these because they could just stick their cigarette through and ash it, and the smoke would go through and it wouldn't come back in the car.
Oh, aren't you so knowledgeable when it comes to
I am. Well, I was born in the 70s, so it's kind of familiar to me.
Oh, okay. All right, so let's show them the back seat.
Handles.
Oh, shit, handle?
Handles. Hold on. Let me move over.
You want me to hop in the back seat?
Yeah, let's go. It's very bouncy in here, by the way. Look, like I said, everybody smoked back then. I can't open it. Oh, there, look. Ashtray. Everywhere in old cars. Another handle. Look how big it is back here. Look at the red headliner. The beautiful fabric. Look, just waist seatbelts.
Yeah, there was no
there's no crossbody. Yeah, no crossbody.
And that's actually surprising that they actually had these. But this doesn't happen until like Tucker from the Tucker Car Company talked about the seatbelts and pushed the seatbelts, and you know, the big three car manufacturers laughed at them.
Yeah.
Well, why do we need all those safety features? People will still buy the cars.
Now, do we remember what year that happened?
Tucker was in the 40s.
In the 40s.
Yeah,
okay.
like the 48 Tucker.
So now, before that, and actually even after, because I'm sure a lot of parents let their kids go without seatbelts for quite some time. So they used to be up on the edge. Now look at these seats. They're very bouncy, okay? And they hold on here.
What did you, hold on. I think the people at home wanted to see that one more time, and people on Instagram.
It's very bouncy, okay? So they'd be up here and they'd be all up in their parents' business, and that's where the backhand came in, people.
Hold on, let me show them what it felt like, okay? Let's take this from here.
So you're here and you're annoying your parent, right? So what they do is they still got one hand on the wheel and they just go, whoosh, and then you're here and you're like, oh.
And I take it you got backhanded?
Okay. Everybody, come on. Everybody from my generation got backhanded.
I used to stand up in the back seat when I was a kid.
He was born in 82. He shouldn't have been standing up. He was too old.
Are you kidding? You were born in 77.
I know, but see, I'm Gen X. You're not.
Okay,
you're
but
the one after me.
We still had cars with bench seats in the front. We still had the cars.
Yeah, but you had the seatbelts were like a major.
No, it wasn't a law to wear seatbelts back then.
Well, anyway, all right. Let's move our way to the front.
How did you show us the seat? How comfy is it in the back?
It's very comfy. It bounces. Look, like, can you imagine going over big bumps? It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Let's try the front. You dropped the light.
Yes, I know. You need help getting out?
No. Okay. I fixed my wedgie though. Okay.
Wow. You have to know about that?
Yep. I'm an open book. All right.
Should run for Congress. It's your open book.
No, that's your job.
No,
here, can you just hold the keys because I don't want
it.
I don't. Oh, okay. I didn't want it to get lost in the
Stick
seat.
the key in the hole.
Stick your finger to the lip of my tag.
What movie? Name a movie.
Ted.
No. The people at home.
Oh, well, they had a quick second to answer.
Quick second?
Yep. Okay.
All right. You want to hop in the car with you?
I guess, if you must. Come on, let's go. Hop in already. Let's go. I want to show you this car.
What do you got for me over here? What do you got?
All right.
Check
First
out this
of
door.
all,
Hold on. I love these back in the day. The little design, right? So it's like the rounded windshield. And then you got that. And lots of leg room.
tons of leg room.
Easy to get in and out.
Yep.
You obviously have a lot of leg room.
You could easily fit 6 grown adults in this car. 3 in the front, 3 in the back.
So what do we got over here?
All right. So anyway, this is, there's a lot of cool little things in this car that you really couldn't appreciate today because they just don't have. Okay. So first off here, I wanted to acknowledge the steering wheel because you guys know that I love steering wheels. This one is huge. It's skinny. Here it's got a nice grip. Okay. But watch this.
I love the design.
Boop. Thumb holders. I could hold my thumbs.
Oh, the horn right in the center is a
Right
single ring.
So you can go any which way. If you're up here, you can go like that. Just push your...
And it was a power steering for 1955.
Now, actually, this is pretty cool because a lot of people drive with their arm up, and you could just boop, push down on the horn.
Yeah,
like that.
you'd be laying on the horn.
Oh, I would.
Yep.
Oh, I totally would.
So, which is cool. Like, okay, a lot of people don't realize it, but like American cars had a lot of creature comforts back in the day, way before like Japanese cars did. Like, if you got in a Japanese car in the 70s or 80s, there was no power steering.
Right.
There was none of this automatic transmission.
And you guys may not realize, unless you're old enough to know, power steering is really important, okay?
Yep.
Because if you're actually steering a car without power steering, it's like lifting weights.
Well, I mean, think about it. Europeans, for some reason, they didn't want creature comforts in their cars, right? They were totally fine with having just the bare minimum.
Well, it was like, okay, it's just going to get me from A to B.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
like,
it.
I mean, BMW and Mercedes-Benz, they didn't have cup holders in their cars until the 90s. And that's only because they were forced to do so because they're like, freaking Americans. They're so annoying.
Yeah, well, they probably were like, okay, well, you have to be as safe as possible. You can't be drinking in your car.
Oh, but then they put the cup holders in that were so small, you couldn't fit an 8-ounce cup in there. And then they're like, fine.
What's the point of that?
These Americans, they just love their big drinks, so we got to pick big cup holders in it.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, American cars are like, yeah, you want creature comfort, you want power steering, you want power seats, you want. I mean, that Lincoln over there had power seats in the 70s.
Yep.
Right. So it's people take that for granted. I mean, look at the Ferrari Testarossa you did a video on, right? In the 80s, had no power steering.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, let's take a peek at some other things. Now, first, look at this. Look at the shifter. The shifter's up here, and there is no park. Reverse, neutral, drive,
and then you got to pull the brake.
That's it. You got to pull the brake. Okay.
The brake's on your side.
Which is right here. Can you see that?
Here, show them.
This right here is the brake. Okay.
And the ignition is down here.
Hold on, let me get down there. Okay.
Yep. And the ignition isn't on the column. It's actually there.
On the lower dashboard.
Yep. And then look at the dash. Look at the Chrysler's always been with like the retro, it's got a nice design to it. So look at that. I mean, the gauges, the fuel gauge, oil gauge, temp. Yep. Why don't you show them the rest of the stuff? What we got here? No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. This is your lights here.
Okay.
This is panel.
Yeah, your panel lights.
Your panel lights. Okay. Here's your lighter again for smoking.
Which is a must.
Which was a must back then. That's your wipers. And I don't like glasses.
That's your map. Your map light.
Your map light. Okay.
Okay.
Now down here, look, this is where your vent thing is.
Yep.
Okay.
There's no AC in it, obviously.
No.
Just a vent, open and close it. And then
look, ash receiver. I have nails. I don't want to break them.
Oh.
You can do it. Yeah, look at that.
Clearly, it's been used.
Yep. It was a huge thing back then, seriously.
But you got to look at the interiors. They actually used to pay attention to detail. Look at that. Look at I don't know if you can see the finish on that. That's a nice.
I love that the headliner is red as well.
Yeah.
No mirrors. Right? No mirrors. Let's see if there's one on this side. Nope, not yet.
Okay. And then you got the glove box right here.
Yep, glove box with a lock.
Yeah, you want to pop it open?
Yeah, where's the key?
No, you don't need it. You don't need a key. Just push it open. There you go. Decent amount of space.
Back then, all people really put in there was
the registration.
Their registration. Sometimes they kept their license in there. If it was a carry state, they kept their gun. And probably a pack of cigarettes or that chew stuff, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, it was a husband's car. He drove to work. The wife stayed at home, and except when she was driving around, on the weekends, or if they were a family that had, were well-to-do or like nice upper middle class, they actually had two cars. So then the wife was driving to the grocery store.
Yeah. Now I'm going to give my opinion on something here, okay? And I don't know if a lot of other women will agree with me here. Like in all the new cars, okay, you have big consoles, okay? You have the whole here. You have your console here. You got your cup holders. You got your shifter. You got the radio all here and everything. Now keep in mind, now I can reach the pedals just fine, but I have to really lean forward to get any of these knobs or dashes. It's not right here at my convenience, okay?
Okay,
but,
you need a thesaurus?
But I say okay a lot, okay? I can't help it.
To the guy that made a comment the other day, this girl needs a thesaurus.
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 Thesaurus? Dinosaurus?
Yes, exactly.
Dinosaurus.
Yes, thesaurus.
There's no such thing as dinosaurus.
Anywho,
okay.
Listen, I prefer this. I prefer this over having a huge console, okay? Now, there is one thing I really do like in cars. I like when you have a nice armrest on either side, like the vans, right? Like the older vans.
Speaking of which.
But, wait, hold on. We're not there yet. I love the open space. I love that this is all open down here.
Yeah, I know why you want the open space.
Open. Why?
Easy access, baby.
For what? Yeah, that's not my wanting, that's your wanting. I love this because I can take my purse and throw it right here. Okay? I don't have to dig in the back for it. I don't have to throw it down there by somebody's feet on the other side. It's right here at my convenience. Okay? I love the open space. I don't like feeling claustrophobic. This steering wheel is like a dream to me. Look here, I can itch my fingers if they get itchy.
Wow.
Okay? I got my thumb rests. So if anybody's wondering where my thumbs are, they are right here.
Your thumbs would be on the steering wheel anyway.
But they'd be here, or they'd be here, or it'd be up here. It's like, here's like, that's where I should put them.
Okay.
Okay, so anywho.
So why don't you hop in your time machine and go back to 1955?
1955, I should just ask Marty McFly.
Yeah, exactly.
Take me for a ride.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, God knows you've been in the time machine an awful lot.
Look, see, another little window too.
And now that you took out cigar smoking.
Right, I could just ash out my little window or my ash receiver.
Be careful how you say it. You don't want to say ash receiver.
No, I said ash receiver. Only you would hear that.
Anyways.
So I'm a fan of this car. I like it.
All right. So what do you guys think about this car? I love this design. I love, Chrysler back in the 50s made some amazing looking cars. That's just my opinion. And Chrysler over its history always had some decent looking designs.
Oh, yeah.
They always did. I mean, even like when the 90s, when they came out with like the newer car, even, if you think about it, the Chrysler New Yorkers and all of them, they were good looking cars.
Yep.
The Concorde. Remember that?
Oh,
the Chrysler
yeah.
Concorde? That was a good looking car. That was, and I don't know if we should actually do one on the Concorde, because there's a unique story behind how that design came about. You won't believe what exotic car was supposed to be that car.
Well, maybe we should find one.
Yeah.
And then do a YouTube video on that.
Exactly. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to be shocked when you find out that the Dodge Intrepid was actually supposed to be an exotic car.
Yeah, that is kind of shocking. Sorry.
All right. So, all right, let's give them a little show of the front, and then we'll call it a day.
All right, let's go take a peek. Hold on. Okay, the door's going to close on me. All right, check out the front end of this car. Look at the grille, look at the bumper, all the chrome. I think it's quite beautiful. Thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed our video. Make sure you go check out all the other videos, by the way. And I have to go because I'm going to go make another video right now. 2, actually. So I'll see you next time. Bye.